Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur'ain Haziqah binti Azmi. My metric number is DBA191040. So for today, I will talk about definition of stress and symptom of stress. Definition of stress. What is stress? Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any thought or event that makes you feel angry, nervous and also frustrated. Stress can come from your environment, body or your mind. Environmental stress at work may be caused by noise, long hours, safety concern or unrealistic deadlines. Stress also is your body reaction to a challenge or demand. In short bursts, stress can be positive. Positive stress can be a powerful stimulus for growth if it motivates you to do your best work. It can also promote greater awareness and help you focus on getting tasks completed quickly and efficiently. Next, I will talk about symptom of stress. We can divide into three for symptom of stress, which is emotional, physical and also relational. Example for physical stress are hair loss, skin problems, migraine and tension. Then example for emotional stress are anxiety, depression, lack of concentration and also memory problem. And the last one for example of relational stress are overreaction, increased argument and also conflict with co-workers. We all know stress may be affect you for a long-term period. Stress may be affecting your health even though you might not realize it. I think illness is the one to blame for your irritating headache, your frequently insomnia and your decreased productivity at work. But stress may actually be the cause. So if you are able to recognize common stress symptoms, you can try to manage them. Stress that left unchecked may contribute to many health problems such as heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, stroke and also heart attack. You have a highly stressed life or have been diagnosed with chronic stress, it's important for you to do something about it. Change your habit and get professional help to manage your stress. That's all from me. I will pass to the next person.
Feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and depressed from overworking, having to meet tight deadlines, and having to pay bills? Well, you're experiencing stress.
So what exactly is stress?
Stress, also known as the silent killer, can come from any source. It can be emotional, physical, or even job-related. It's pretty much our body's way of responding to any kind of demand or threat. Some stress can actually be a good thing, like it can actually help us stay focused. However, if you're constantly under stress for long periods of time, you may be experiencing chronic stress, which has many negative effects on the body. When you're under mental, physical, or emotional stress, your sympathetic nervous system sends a signal to your hypothalamus, which is located in the brain. This then releases a hormone known as a cortisol-releasing hormone, also referred to as the CRH. CRH then activates the pituitary gland to release another hormone known as the adrenocorticotropic hormone, also known as the ACTH. ACTH then stimulates the adrenal cortex to release cortisol. Cortisol is actually the major hormone released in response to prolonged periods of stress. It is known to increase blood sugar levels and increase blood pressure. At the same time, neurons in the hypothalamus signal the medulla to release epinephrine and norepinephrine. So, then what exactly are the long-term effects of stress? Well, now is our chance to dive in and learn about them. Stress has many effects on the body. Now let's see how stress affects the heart, the lungs, the digestive tract, the skin, and the liver. Let's first start off with the heart. The long-term effects of stress on the heart is that it can actually lead to an increase in heart rate and an increase in blood pressure. Stress also causes an increase in blood cholesterol levels, which can build up on the walls, leading to blood clots, thus restricting blood flow to the heart. Not to mention, chronic stress has actually been linked to heart disease, heart attacks, and heart failure. According to a review conducted in 2012, chronic stress from work and in private life is associated with a 40 to 50% increase in the occurrence of coronary heart disease. Now let's observe the effects on the lung. The respiratory system responds to stress by speeding up breathing. When the body starts rapidly breathing, hyperventilation, which is abnormal rapid breathing, may occur, causing panic attacks in some people. And so too much stress can thus trigger an asthma attack. And so according to the Asthma Analogy Foundation of America, asthma causes almost 2 million emergency room visits each year. In the long run, stress can also lead to other chronic lung diseases, such as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also known as COPD. This is a type of obstructive lung disease which is characterized by long-term poor airflow. Now let's observe the effects of stress on the digestive tract. If your life is stressful, it can be difficult to lead a healthy lifestyle. Evidence from longitudinal studies actually suggests that chronic life stress may be linked to overeating. When you're under high levels of stress, the stress hormone cortisol becomes stimulated. So instead of being physically active to release stress, you may respond by overeating and eating unhealthy energy-dense foods, which can lead to weight gain and obesity. According to Statistics Canada, about 20.2% Canadians 18 and older are reported to be obese. Now let's see what the effects of stress has on the skin. Constant stress can increase your risk to getting skin diseases such as eczema or psoriasis. These are marked by red, itchy, and scaly patches. And so high levels of stress, especially if they are prolonged, can cause these conditions to flare up. According to a global report conducted by the World Health Organization on psoriasis, at least 100 million people worldwide have psoriasis, making it a serious global problem. Now let's learn about the effects of stress on the liver. Under stress, your stress hormones kick in, raising your blood sugar levels, and normally, unused blood sugar is reabsorbed by the body. However, if you're under chronic stress, your body may not be able to keep up with all the extra glucose, therefore increasing the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Chronic stress is bad for your overall health, so if you're experiencing ongoing stress, you owe it to yourself to find healthier ways to relax, de-stress, and to seek help.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syazatul Nurain. My metric number is TBA 191041. Assalamualaikum and hi. I want to talk about the causes of stress. Stress-triggering events are different from different individuals. According to the survey, stress related to work contributes in the highest percentage. In United States, 40% workers admit to have stress causes due to their work, and 25% blame work as the biggest causes of stress in their life. In general, change in an existing situation of human being causes of stress. This caused due to lack of control over the existing situation. The change might be good or bad change, but they might be causes of stress to a person. The few common causes of stress are job interview, examination, relationship, breaking up with girlfriend or boyfriend, moving to a new place, and the last one is unemployment. And the last one, I want you guys to watch this video.
The top 7 causes of stress in the U.S. to be job pressure, money, health, relationships, poor nutrition, media overload, and sleep deprivation. All of these are of the emotional kind, not the physical danger that can be beneficial. Other statistics show 77% of people regularly experience physical symptoms caused by stress. 54% of people say stress has caused them to fight with people close to them, and 30% of people say they're always or often under stress at work. So how does all of this stress affect our bodies? Long-term activation of the stress response system can cause major problems including anxiety, depression, digestive problems, headaches, heart disease, sleep problems, weight gain, and memory and concentration impairment.
Main types of stress: eustress and distress. Eustress is a positive stress that we experience that enhances performance. Some call this being in the flow, When we have eustress, we feel energized, focused, and much of what we do seems effortless. Insufficient stress, and we may be bored, lack energy and focus, and everything seems effortful. Distress is a negative type of stress, often caused by our perception of the external environment that overwhelms us, causing fatigue, exhaustion, ill health, and even burnout. It's critical to understand that something that you feel as being eustress could easily be distressful to others. For example, you may be energized and focused by the idea of doing a bungee jump. I, on the other hand, would be feeling acute distress. But I get energized by the stress of being in front of thousands of people about to perform. This might cause you acute distress. When we have no stress, we are in a period of calm. We may even be bored. For some people, being in this state of calm is a goal and lifelong endeavour. For others, the thought of doing very little or even nothing is, in itself, stressful. So how do you know that you're stressed? Well, it doesn't look the same because people often respond to stress in three distinct ways. There are those who have their foot on the accelerator. They're very keyed up, agitated, overly emotional, and unable to sit still. There are those who have their foot on the brake. They shut down, space out, and show little energy or emotion. And there are those who have their foot on both. Under pressure, they freeze and cannot do anything. A state of paralysis seems to take over their body, but underneath the skin, they're highly agitated. There are certain signs that you may be stressed. Cognitively, you might have memory problems, unable to concentrate, exercise poor judgment, seeing only the negative side of things, having anxious or racing thoughts, and constant worrying. Emotional signs: moodiness, irritability or short temper, agitation, unable to relax, feeling overwhelmed, a sense of loneliness and isolation, depression or general unhappiness. There are physical signs: aches, pains, diarrhea, constipation, nausea, dizziness, chest pain, rapid heartbeat, loss of sex drive, frequently getting colds or flu. And behavioural signs: eating much more or less than usual, sleeping much longer or much less than normal, isolating yourself from other people, procrastinating or neglecting responsibilities, using alcohol, cigarettes or drugs to relax, and nervous habits such as nail biting and pacing. But remember, other psychological or medical conditions could cause any or all of the signs. Some people tolerate stress more easily than others, and there are some things that influence your ability to tolerate. A support network. Supportive friends and family can be a wonderful buffer against life stresses. The more isolated and lonely you are, the more vulnerable you may be to stress. Your sense of control. If you believe that you're able to influence events and persevere through challenges, you'll have a greater confidence in yourself and your ability to overcome stress. But when you feel as though you have little or no control, you may be more. Your attitude. Stress-resistant people have a positive attitude on life. They embrace challenges and accept that change happens, and often believe in a higher power. A predominantly negative outlook on life adds to the feeling of stress and your inability to do anything about it. Your emotional control, knowing how to calm or soothe yourself when you're feeling sad, angry or fearful, will enable you to bounce back from adversity. Lacking that emotional control will make you extremely vulnerable to stress. And knowledge, factual information about how long a stressful situation will last, can enable you to tolerate the stress more easily, knowing that this too shall.
Thank you for watching my video and enjoy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi. My name is Nisha Aqilah binti Nizam, and my measure number is 191027. So I will talk about stress management strategy. Stress management strategy is eliminating stress is not reality, and we can learn to manage our reaction to a stranger. And once you become aware of what creates a stressful response in you, look for stress management strategy that will help cope stressful situation. Number 2, exercise. The number 1 of treatment for stress and tension. So, even moderate in heart rate can stimulate endorphin. For example, swimming, walking, and jogging, and you can do lower impact aerobic, and you can play tennis or badminton, and even a gentle exercise can help you to manage your daily and improve your motivation. Getting enough quality of sleep. The one of the most effective stress management strategy, and train your body to improve sleep recovery periods. And don't forget to keep your bedroom comfortable, cool, and in the dark. That can help you to sleep well. Number 3 is eat healthy food and avoid nicotine and caffeine. Because of why? Because nicotine can worsen your anxiety, and caffeine inhibit your ability to sleep. And what you should eat is a higher fiber, such as fruit and vegetable, and also you can eat some of complete crabs, such as pasta, the whole wheat bread. So number 4, supportive people. Okay, why? Because supportive people will help you to reduce your problem, your stress, and will make you happy. And when you don't have friends to share your problem, you can get a professional to give you opinion, and will help you to solve your problem. Number 5, aromatherapy. For example, aromatherapy lavender, it will help you to reduce anxiety and depression, and also help you to good quality of sleep. And personally, to me, I'm use this aromatherapy cleaner. It's really helped me to get a quality of sleep. And when I smell this, it's really relaxing. And you should try this. Even you don't like this smell, you can use other aromatherapy, maybe lavender, broccoli, and other. Listen your favorite song. So when you listen your favorite song, or maybe you can listen the relaxation song, it can help you to avoid you thinking about work, your problem, and makes you more relaxed and clear your mind, and understand your stress. How you can stress, and it can be different by everybody, but by understanding the stress, you can solve it and find any solution, and you can make you happy when the problem can manage well.
Hai, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. So today we are gonna present you about a topic about work related stress. So some of my friends already present their subtopic. So now it's my turn. Alright, so first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Amran bin Hamzah. My metric number is DIT 181012. Alright, so let's go to our subtopic. This is our subtopic. Name is using positive psychology to combat stress. Everyone, when they work, they already have stress. They already have many type of feeling uncomfortable for their work because it's new for them, so they are feeling some stress. So this is how you want to control your mind and set your positive psychology. Alright, so there are 7 points that I can share with you. First of all, we have happiness. Okay, happiness is not only the emotion that we only want to talk about happy. No, it's about living and working for us, that we need to get ourselves out of it. Alright, so let's go being example is not far away, is actually our happiness is family. We need to be grateful and happy because our family is actually always support us, always make grow us up, so they are actually our happiness. So that is my first point lah. Happiness is very first, the individual, anyone who stress need to control, need to let it out, the happiness for yourself. Alright, so the second point is loud and have fun. Alright, so this is how people always take it out. You cannot take everything is seriously. You need to have some fun, especially example like an holiday, like an give you some time for your friends, for your family. So that is actually to let you getting out of your stress, and that is your positive psychology that you can use for your combat stress lah. Alright, so number third is commit random acts of kindness. Alright, so this is the best example that I research. This is some of person did not know, when we do any of kindness, there are something actually reward from Allah for us lah. We actually feel like comfortable, and we feel like happy. We are not getting stressed if we do any kindness. Example of sedekah, tolong anak yatim, helping other children. So that's one of kindness that we can use, and you can, if you not do it, you cannot see lah the feeling out of stress, to combat the stress. Alright, so that's third point. So let's go for the fourth point, be optimistic. Be optimistic is about you be optimistic about you thinking of yourself as a positive person, that you think you cannot stress, you don't think about stress, you think about yourself, your happiness, your everyone lah. That's why your positive psychology need to be optimistic for yourself. Alright, so that's number 4. So for number 5 is use your unique strength. Alright, so when you work, you actually don't know about your strength too much. You only know a basic strength. So when you don't have a unique strength, you will feeling stress. So when you work, you need to, when you combat your stress about yearly point that I share with you, you combat stress. When you work in the long term, you have an unique strength. So that's the point where you don't feel any more stress, because you work already in long term and you have a unique strength, and everyone acknowledge you. You are feeling good lah. People say you will not feeling stress too much. So you already can control when you have a unique strength. That's why you need to have a power about keenness, like fun, confident and optimistic. Just now I just said yearly. Alright, so let's go to number 6, set goals. Set goals is everyone in this world when to do. Student have a goal, teacher have a goal, even a wife have a goal, even a father have a goal. So everyone have a goal. So if you not set your goals, you will don't know where you want to go. So you need to set goals and think what you want to do. If you stress, you need to set goals. If you set goals, you will not feeling that stress in your body, you know. So that is important. If you need to set goals lah. So you have a part where you want to go. Alright, so that's number 6. And our last list is regain or let go of control. There are one way that I can say about regain or let go of control. Example, you can use example, you can take one book and you can write what is your stress. So then is one for one ni column, and beside it one column more you can write about if you feeling too much stress or you can control of stress, you can write there, so you can know where your advantage and advantage for you to acknowledge yourself lah. So when you know where is your really stress, you need to control lah. You can control. If you stay there, you can control. So that is your advantage lah. You can feeling out of stress. So that is important. If you doing a regain or let go of control, you underestimate yourself. You understand of yourself, right? Alright, so there is 7 points of using positive psychology to combat stress. So I will pass to my friend. Okay, thank you.
So today I'm gonna tell about psychological disorder which is related with work-related stress. So actually psychology disorder is a behavior that cause significant and personal distress and interrupt daily function. So actually psychological disorder are characterized by both personal and distress in multiple areas of life. So there are three psychological disorder, which is anxiety, depression and burnout. So I'm gonna tell about those three. So first, anxiety. Anxiety is disorder when it persists and prevent from lead to a normal life, which is can cause phobia from irrational place or irrational specific object or situation. So actually phobia, which is there are some example that we can which is we must have a phobia from height or dark place, so that is called, but it is this phobia is related to work. So other than that is depression. Depression is a major risk. As we know, depression can cause death. So there are ways to prevent depression, which is we must have psychiatrists, which is they can treat the depression, but they must have many approach so that the person we can calm him or her down, so that he or she did not have a depression. So that if they have depression, they might choose to end their life by killing themselves. So we do not want that. So we must approach them and relax them, and how can I say, relax and comfort them. Yes. So the last psychology disorder is burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical and mental exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. As we know, if we have long stress, which is the work that we done is more become more and more, and become our work hour is become longer, so we might feel stress from working, and then we feel like burnout, which is we feel like we work but we did not do it within our heart. We just done it so that it done. We did not done to please ourselves, but it must be done, just done. And then I must tell about how the therapy for psychological disorders. So there are various therapy, several options. So Actually, the therapy is they offer various employee assistance program, which is EAP, and to prevent employee from through the psychological disorder, which I can say just like I say, anxiety, depression and burnout. So the employee assistance in program is actually overcome that anxiety, depression and burnout. So the purpose of this program is to address the negative effect from the psychological order to the employee, so that they must know what happened if they actually experience the psychological disorder. So it must the result is bad. So there is a program that prevent it. Actually, there are some other option, which is 12-step program and web-based counseling. 12-step program where the program which is make the employee to admit their problem, tell what is their problem, and admit that their life is, if we experience psychological disorder, our life is unmanageable. It's like we stay in our room by ourselves, stay in dark place by yourself, so lonely, lonely. And then 12-step program also have meeting. They need to attend meeting. So, actually the meeting depends on the organizer where they want to attend the meeting. So we must count the meeting across the country. So we need the meeting, the face-to-face meeting, actually to meet other person that have problem, psychological disorder like us, but might slightly different. But actually we make them, it's like from other country, there's like maybe 100, maybe not 100, maybe less than that, come to a meeting and then tell what is their problem. Some have similar problem, which is which they actually experience the same problem, so that others are listening. Actually, the meeting can form a strong support group for them. It's like all of them has their problem, and they share it, and other people maybe they can explain, they can tell how to prevent. So actually they can form a strong group. And the other is web-based counseling. Web-based counseling actually is a counseling on the web, which is it's not face-to-face, but it's like maybe the therapist is another place and the client is another place. So the therapist still do their job, but I think it is better to meet the therapist face to face, so that we actually feeling it. Because if we web, my opinion actually is not feeling so well, because we sometimes the client did not focus, sometimes they play, so I think might effective if we meet the therapist face to face. and we need to actually be careful of the counseling, because they might be non-licensed therapy, so that it might be worse our psychological disorder. So I hope he understands. So